everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The plan has worked to perfection for the Falcons so far.
In its final season now as an NFL stadium, there's a look inside the Georgia Dome in downtown Atlanta. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the San Diego Chargers and the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall pick in the 2008 draft, the man they call Matty Ice, quarterback Matt Ryan.
And they said he would be a gym rat coming out of Boston College, and nothing has changed. And his play continues to get better as he rallies his team.
On first down, Ryan. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. 3rd play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Fresh set of downs here. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And the man who helped Florida State to a national title in 2013, Devontae Freeman, reeling off a nice run.
I remember when he came out of school and I was evaluating him for the NFL draft. I loved a lot of his game. Run it, catch it, block. But I loved how hard he played. He played every play as if it were his last, and that ran him to the Pro Bowl after the 2015 NFL season.
Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with a second-year man. It's Melvin Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the person carrying the ball is always the Chargers. They've got to get the offensive line going in order to improve those numbers from last year. They weren't very good running it, partner.
No, they were. Bottom of the AFC, second to last in the entire NFL. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Melvin Gordon's rookie year was a far cry from his last season at Wisconsin, wasn't it?
Boy, it was. Yeah, we got the numbers right here. 3.5 yards per carry, 641 yards, no touchdown.
Well, I think his team is really looking to do things to help him break out and get back to that Wisconsin form in 2016.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. On second down, Ryan. Wide open receiver, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Now it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. A good pickup there of 20 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. The Falcons set to get things rolling on defense again here. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The starting lineup for the Chargers of San Diego. Who are we discussing out of this unit, Charles?
A big guy out of Arkansas. Their tight end, a second-round pick, Hunter Henry. Many people had a first-round grade on him. Thought he was the best tight end coming out of the draft. Has the ability to get down the middle of the field, get into the seams, and knows how to find dead space against the defense and create plays.
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. When we sat with the coaching staff, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Third and long for Rivers. Dumps it off to Woodhead. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's Josh Lambo now for the Charger field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled, and they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stumped the fake, and they take over the ball.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Plus like that in just about every position.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The rookie from Ohio State, Joey Bosa, in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. Ryan.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Ryan. And catch, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. They missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
It's hauled in here by Edmond. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Rivers. And that's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Taken in at the 11. Well, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense, really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he'll cut it to the right sideline. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We just saw what a lot of teams call a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game. That signifies they want to run the football. Yeah, occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give them even more blocking power, and we just saw it on that play.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Rivers now on 2nd down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. 1st down, Rivers. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now they're in the hurry-up. A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Caught. It's Dontrell Inman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So on third down, the field goal unit will... And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Rashid Hageman in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Defense.
And a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
The defense thought they had the timing count on the quarterback's cadence, but they jumped too soon.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Rivers now dumps it off to Woodhead. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Vic Beasley in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down in offense.
3rd and long for Rivers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling. Result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds.
And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. Jonathan Babineau able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Here's the Chargers defense as they get ready to go again.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. Right now, he's hugging them.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now it's Ryan. And Tammy with it over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, we know he's had a lot of good games in this league. He had another good one last week, but here, he's just off, isn't he?
And that's hard to believe because we're so used to him being so good. But guess what? Even the best players are allowed to have some bad moments and stretches along the way. Normally what we see, though, is him finding a way out, finding a way to make some big-time plays before it's over. We'll see if he's able to do that in this game. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it's 4th and 4. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And now San Diego getting set to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. There goes Melvin Gordon. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he puts it through. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Charger defense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over. Because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. On 2nd down, Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. we've seen him be a little fumble-prone in the past, and he was fumble-prone there.
Yeah, 2015, what did he have, 12 fumbles?
Yeah, a dozen.
I think he's like second in the league, and that's not a stat you usually associate with Matt Ryan. He usually does a really nice job of taking care of the football. Sometimes, though, when he's really trying to make a big play, he forgets about doing that.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 2nd down, Rivers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Now Rivers. That's complete right around the 8. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Back now in Atlanta. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Super toe.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
The first down throw here for Rivers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle. He can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
One man in the backfield is Gordon. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Freeman again. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. This is Freeman. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he might... Now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. Muscles him off. They can't tackle it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here, timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll put it out to the 25. And now San Diego getting set to go. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking that time for Aaron Burbridge. And it's 4th and 4. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now it's Freeman. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory. So for Atlanta, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0.